Okay, fine. So guys, first of all, like this is a very simple question. What is the Java, right? This is the very first question. So guys, it may be a question related to the freshers, but definitely the way you are going to answer, na, it's very matters. Okay, means what is going to be happen? Suppose you are saying Java is just a programming language, or you are going to say Java is just platform independence. So you should not only give answer in a one simple way. Okay, you should include whatever the things are possible from your side and give them more better visibility. Like you can start simply like Java is first of all object oriented programming language. Even see, if you read this sentence itself is covering most of major features of the Java. Like it's a high level programming language, it's object oriented programming language. Robust means it's not simply can be break. Okay, like you cannot simply have the security kind of problems with the Java. Okay, secure programming language. You have platform independency, so you should understand. Okay, platform independency in terms of JVM, in terms of bytecode. Okay, that is also another concern. High performance, how exactly we can get the better performance from Java, and we have the multi-threaded environment as part of Java. Portable programming language, because we know already if we will run in a one particular platform, now we can execute it any particular place. Okay, on top of that, James Gosling is the person who have invented the Java, so we need to involve all this information. So guys, first of all, I even asked you previous sessions also, why exactly Java was invented? What was the main reason behind the Java invention? The reason behind that, like most of the languages, which was like C, C++, those were the platform independent. Okay, so like if you have run in one particular system, that code is going to work for that particular system only. You cannot run in your system. So they are highly what to say dependent over the system architecture, whatever it was. But in terms of Java, it's not an issue. Once you have run the Java code, now you are going to get the bytecode. That bytecode is going to help you out to attempt get the platform independency. So even but in for getting the bytecode as a platform independent, definitely you should have platform dependency. So JVM is working like a platform dependent first of all. So with the help of JVM only, you are getting the features of platform independency with the help of bytecode. Okay, so the reason behind to coming into the Java, like okay, first of all, platform independency we needed. Even see, Java should not need very high amount of resources, right? You don't want to have a processor in each and every device. You can have a small processing unit, is also fine. So even Java was invented for the very small semiconductor kind of devices, like traffic signal was there, calculator was there. So all those kind of operation can be easily done by the Java. So all this kind of facility need to be taken care with the help of Java. That's why Java needed that point of time. So I hope so guys, you can have the understanding about the Java and how exactly you can work into the Java. Okay, this is the first thing. Anybody having any question here related to the Java, how exactly you are going to answer to the Java? I hope so you can answer it in a very proper way. Okay, you need to involve, even instead of platform dependency, you can say it's a platform agnostic. Okay, it's a language, and even the bytecode is platform agnostic. Like this, you can say in front of them. Okay, even Java already 25 years is completed. Okay, one of the major advantage of Java we simply understand in terms of C++. Okay, how exactly C++ is better than the Java? How exactly C++ having the drawback in terms of Java? So if we see, C++ having the platform dependency, but Java don't have the platform dependency due to bytecode. So even when I'm asking you question to you guys, you are simply saying it's platform independent. When I'm saying who is platform independent, Java or your JVM. So you are saying JVM. No, JVM is platform dependent, but the bytecode which is generated in terms of dot class file, that is platform independent. So first of all, you need to understand. Okay, C++ was majorly using for the system programming. We can see even C was getting used for the drivers, like we having different kind of drivers for the printers, for any kind of peripheral devices which need to be synced with our own existing operating system. So those comes under a driver. So driver kind of devices, or we can say the programming that are going to be taken care with the help of C++. But here our main use was the web-based application. Even I'm saying a small application, so Java was also getting used for the mobile purpose as well. So first of all, JSE is there, which is known as Java Standard Edition, and we are simply working on the application programming. Okay, even all the major banking projects are being implemented with the help of Java only. If you see Citibank, Bank of America, see those major bank having the different languages, but if you see those banks are majorly working in terms of Java only, because Java is providing all the features whatever required. Like you may heard about the SOAP API, REST API. The SOAP API is majorly used in the Java. This is the SOAP API is still used by the bank nowadays, because that is providing a more number of security in terms of the connectivity between different kind of platforms. So you may heard about the base services, right? If I'm saying one system is in .NET, another system is in Java, so how exactly Java can sync with the .NET, right? It is not possible. So this is going to be achieved with the help of base services. So those base services may be built with the help of SOAP based service. That SOAP is the majorly part as part of Java only. Okay, so like this you can understand what was the intention of C++ programming and what was the intention of the Java programming. So it's application programming, or you can say window based, because standalone application, main method you are able to see. Web based application, servlet JSP, the enterprise application you are able to see Spring, right? Mobile application. So nowadays nobody doing development over the mobile application, because that is known as J2ME. J2ME, if you heard about Nokia mobiles, earlier was just Symbian mobiles. So they was majorly developed in C++, and some of the portion on top of their operating system was the Java based application. So nowadays Android is very famous. Okay, so Android having the mobile development, but Java is not majorly having the mobile development. Okay, now come to another picture. What is the another picture here? Design goal. Okay, what was the design here? So if you see, this for the system programming and application programming, it was working for. Okay, it was the extension of the C language. So how exactly C++ was derived from? Where it derived? It derived from the C language only. So we know C was working in a procedure-oriented programming language. C++ was working in is working in an object-oriented programming language. But C++ was not the pure object-oriented programming language. Why exactly? Because C++ was having the friends function. C++ was having the operator overloading. Okay, even C++ using some legacy kind of statement, like if you say go to statement kind of stuff was also supported by the C++. Virtual pointers was there as part of C++ also, right? Virtual memory kind of virtual pointer kind of concept was also there as part of C++. That's why C++ it derived from the C language, like it was having so many things. But if you see, Java is also one kind of designed for from the C language itself, or C++, we can say. So Java was designed and created for the interpreter, for the printing of the system, but the later extended support networking computer. So you may heard about the RMI, remote method invocation kind of application, right? So that point of time we was using for connectivity purpose, and most probably it is used by the major audience, which is nowadays using the banking application and other applications also as part of the Java. Okay, Java don't support the go to statement, but C++ support the go to statement. C++ support the multiple inheritance, but Java don't support the multiple inheritance. Guys, I hope so you aware about why exactly Java don't support the multiple inheritance. This is also one of the most important interview question, because Java having by default, which is known as the object class, and object class is already on top of one class. Like if I'm saying I'm creating the employee kind of class, so employee class by default having the object class, and while I'm trying to do the multiple classes, okay, so it like you can understand that class is going to be get confused for uh, which parent classes need to be referred. So that's why multiple inheritance is not being supported in terms of the classes, but multiple inheritance can be achieved through the interface in the Java, because interface is different. Okay, and classes are different, and even on top of interface there is no super class, but in case of Java class there is a what to say, super class is available. Okay, now come to here. So even I was talking about in C++ we was having the operator overloading, but Java don't have the operator overloading. So in the real life also you don't see in any other programming language operator overloading is coming to the picture. I mean, single plus having different operations, plus having different operation, incremental kind of operator, that is not being supported by Java, because that is not the pure feature of the object-oriented programming language. Okay, even C++ supporting the pointer, but Java don't having the pointer. They are simply saying they having some concept of hash code, or we can say the concept of like your object is getting created, some hash code is getting created, but does not mean that that is a pointer. But it's supporting internally, but it will never, you will never get chance to access the pointer, because the pointer is containing the real memory location. So we don't want to reveal the real memory location. If you find out the real memory location, definitely you can do some changes there, and some major security issues is possible in terms of the Java. So that's why Java is implemented internally, but you can never deal with them directly. Okay, so much restrictions are there. Okay, now if we talk about the C++, having the compiler only. Okay, which is simply converting your machine code into the C++, like it's a platform kind of. But Java having the interpreter plus compiler, both we having. So if I read here the statement, the C++ using the compiler but only. Okay, C++ is compiled and run using by the compiler, which convert the source code into the machine code, because it's a, you can say it's a procedure oriented programming language. It was machine independent code, so that's why it's generating the machine code. But in terms of, if I talk about the Java is having the compiler plus interpreter. So you may heard about the JIT compiler also, which is known as the just-in-time compiler. Okay, so Java uses the compiler interpreter both. Java source code is converted into the bytecode at compilation time. So yeah, we having the bytecode first of all. Okay, and then interpreter executes the bytecode at the runtime and produces the output. Okay, so the bytecode is going to be run, not the anything else. Okay, once your class has been compiled, then your bytecode is going to be executed. Java is interpreted. That's why the platform independency. Interpreted means one by one line is going to be executed. So guys, you need to know what do you mean by compiler, what do you mean by interpreter. So compiler means you are going to execute each and entire class in a one go. But when you are compiling each and every line, that is known as interpreter. So that is the only reason whenever you are typing any wrong syntax, now you are getting the error as part of your Eclipse. So why exactly you are getting the error as part of Eclipse? Even in case of C++, you are not getting the error as part of compilation, one line, two lines, something like that. So in C++, you have the compiler. Until unless you will compile your program, you will never get to know where exactly you're having the issue. But once you're working as part of any framework, which is known as the Eclipse, right? So as part of the Eclipse, you having the interpreter, means the Java supporting by default interpreter, but it will show you the error in terms of syntax if you are not following in a proper way. Okay, Java support what? Call by value, call by reference. Okay, so one of the worst thing is about the call by reference. Again, that's the memory location, physical memory location. I'm talking about the RAM. So it can identify where exactly things are being stored, how exactly things are getting working. But in Java, there is no by reference. There is only call by value only there. There is no call by reference. Okay, and come down here, if we talk about the Java support the structures and union. But those two data types, actually those are the data types like a class, user defined data type. So those was available as part of C++, but Java don't support such kind of structure and unions. Okay, so like that way you are writing the class, the same way you are writing the structure to store some customized data, to store some customized custom objects. But yeah, that is not available in terms of Java. That also you need to understand. So one of the best thing to understand. What I see this, why I'm giving you all this ideology here, because once the people is going to ask you one very famous question: Java is platform independence or not, or Java is a pure object oriented programming or not. So you can simply say Java is not, Java is a pure object oriented programming language. Why? Because Java is not supporting the legacy stuff like a structure, like a union. Java is not supporting the pointer. Java is not supporting the multiple inheritance. Java is not supporting the go to statement. Java is not supporting the operator overloading. Okay, and the primitive data types itself being converted into the wrapper classes, which is known as the auto boxing, and boxing is going to be happen as part of Java 5 itself. So from Java 5 you can simply say like Java become totally pure objective programming languages. Now Java is supporting the functional programming, Java supporting the reactive programming as well. Okay, so like from, like I think so from 2021 Java 8 support is, 2022 Java 8 support is also going to be stopped. Okay, so now you need to work in Java 11, because there are two kind of versions Java is available. One is STS, another is LTS. STS means short term support, LTS means long term support. So nowadays Java is releasing their updates on every 6 months, but in reality the small STS is not being supported, and they may not be continued for a long go. If we talk about the Java 9, 9 was having some features which had not been followed as part of Java 11. So nobody using Java 9, nobody using Java 10. Everybody will may use Java 11 or maybe Java 13 or 14. Okay, so nowadays market standard will be Java 11. So guys, First of all, think if you don't know the Java 7 features, and if you are not using Java 7 features, and even Java 8 support is going to be closed very soon, then how exactly you need to work on Java 11. So that's why you need to keep update yourself. You need to learn the Java in a more better way. And even the new programming approaches like functional programming, reactive programming approaches are nowadays very famous. Even in terms of the front-end programming approaches like front-end development. In front-end development, each and every year you are able to see the new framework. So here your programming style is only changing, not even the syntax. The programming style only changing. So in terms of front-end, your entire framework is changing, entire programming is changing. So that is more painful. But Java is not that much painful, and you need to just try to focus to understand the style, how exactly Java is working, how exactly Java is working. Okay. Now come to the documentation. So even in case of the C++, there is no any kind of documentation supported there. But in terms of Java, we have the documentation support. Documentation support not in terms of comment. Okay, I can say like you would like to create the documentation. So we have the Java doc command. Okay, so whatever the class you have created, you would like to create a document for that particular Java code. So that kind of documentation we have. In the documentation will be in terms of website, like you have index.html file, you will double click on that particular file. Na? So you will able to see, okay, it is showing me how many classes are there, how many methods are there, what are the variables as part of that class, what are the method as part of that particular class, what kind of relation is being used as part of the interface and class. So all this information you will able to see as part of documentation. Okay. So one more thing here, I was talking about the virtual keyword. So virtual keyword was supporting in Java. Okay, and there was a overriding of the function. Okay, but here if you talk about in Java, there is no support for the virtual keyword. So the virtual keyword kind of stuff was specific to the Java only. Okay, and if you see, let me read this statement properly, so you will get the better visibility here. So C++ support the virtual keyword so that we can decide whether or not to override a function. So we was having the one option. Even I have listened it, I have did programming in virtual keyword, but definitely it's not at all worthful, and just leave it. Okay, better to focus on Java. So Java has no virtual keyword. We can override all the static methods by default. So yeah guys, we are simply going to non-static. Okay, static cannot be overridden, because if you are going trying to write the static method, it comes under the method hiding concept. You may understand this method hiding concept or terminology as part of your object-oriented programming language. Dynamic overriding, which in dynamic polymorphism is also known as that one. Okay, and in other words, non-static method can be a virtual by default. So virtual means you can override them. That it means by the virtual. Okay, yeah. So guys, you may remember like three kind of this kind of operator. Ternary operator is usually like triple arrow was there, but now there is no such kind of right shifting operators are there. In terms of triple arrow, you having that double only. Okay, which is like in terms of shifting the variables, but that is not we are using in the real life. We are basically going through some regular expressions which are far better than here, because those kind of operations are not having very good memory optimization. So that need to be achieved, and we cannot achieve through such kind of options. So in just such kind of things are not majorly used in terms of the Java. Okay, calm down. C++ create a new inheritance tree always. Okay, so you have, but if you see Java uses the single inheritance tree always, because all classes are child of the object class. Okay, and the object class is the root of the inheritance tree in a class. So if you see, C was not having any object class in top of the C++. But in terms of Java, we always having the object class in terms of any class. So you are not going to maintain so many separate individual new trees. There will be one existing class, which will be the object class. On top of that object class, only rest of the class is going to be available. So it will be one kind of single tree. Okay, it's a near to the high hardware. Yeah, we can say, because it's a machine, the machine kind of code was getting generated, but here we are not getting the hardware code. We have the JVM, which is helping us to achieve the bytecode here. Okay, now come to here, object-oriented programming language. However, C language also. Okay, it's a root hierarchy is not a possible. So even here, if you observe, it's a object-oriented programming language. Okay, we are we are leaving all the things which are not helping us to achieve the object-oriented programming, like friend function was there, like virtual keywords was there. So I was continuously repeating the things which are being part of interview. So if you have gone through those two questions only, na, those are giving you more better visibility in terms of programming language. Okay, why Java is pure object oriented, how exactly Java is helping us, how exactly Java is providing advantage to us. All this information you are going to get it. And guys, just be ready with some advanced level programming structures. Okay, so in this way we can work on it. Okay, now proceed further. Okay, anybody having any question here? Anybody having any question? Mm,
Okay.
no, are you able to get the answers, guys? Means, are you able to hear me properly? Are you getting the visibility? What I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ye-
yeah.
Yes, yes. Getting properly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So actually, those are the small points, but definitely they are going to ask as part of your interview. Or in interview, you need to give some proper justification. Means you should have some background knowledge. Even when I was a fresher, when I would like to remember the key features of Java, so I always compare with the C, C++. If you have heard about the Naguru Babu, who is available as part of the Durga Soft, so whenever he's teaching anybody the core Java, na, he was simply making the chart of C, then C++, then Java. So in this way, they are explaining how is it Java having major advantage in terms of C or C++. Okay. Uh, I hope so. Somebody have gone through it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's proceed further. List of the features in Java programming language. Okay, list of the features. Okay, so guys, first of all, Java is just simple to learn. We know even in terms of syntax also. I love Java. I cannot go for the Python. I really don't understand the Python syntax, but I can understand the Java syntax. So you can understand that Java is more flexible for you in terms of syntax because there is some standard syntax is being used as part of your Java. Okay. Now come to the object oriented. Yeah, Java is object-oriented programming language. Okay, and we also have seen how exactly we have overcome from the problem of what to say platform, what to say. Yeah, this one, pure object-oriented programming was having some issues. So like wrapper class is now available instead of primitive classes. Okay, what else? Portable. So we again see the one thumb statement as part of Java, like it's known as the Java support write once, read once and write anywhere. Read once means nothing but we are trying to create the bytecode, and that bytecode can be executed at any places. Okay. Okay. Now come to here. Platform independency already we covered. Secured. Yes, it's a secured. Even Java is having the bytecode, and that bytecode cannot be read by anything else. Okay. So like it can be read by only JVM because we having the JDK, and Java having very good exception handling. Guys, I will suggest you how much you can practice for the oops concept, how much you can practice for the exception handling. That will be the best thing for you because even I having 5.5 years of experience, still I think I'm not good enough for the object-oriented concept. I'm not good enough for the exception handling. So guys, so once you will enter as part of project, now you will really identify how exactly you need to do the exception handling, how exactly you need to implement object-oriented programming approaches. So I hope so. You should go for 5 topics, which is very important. First of all, object-oriented or oriented concept. First of all, the second is your collections. Collection is very important. I can say okay, you can may not be expert in generics, that is not required that much. You can simply learn by working on collection, but yeah, collection is very important. Even the map kind of stuff. Spring core is also very important to you guys because spring core, suppose you would like to read a map. Okay, today I got the requirement where we was having the XML file, and XML file value need to be read, and people if they don't know the core Spring, na, they never know like how exactly you can read the XML file of the Spring. And now what is happening with you guys? Like you guys are simply focusing on annotations, focusing on Java, and you're not focusing on XML. But see, the major banking projects having still the legacy kind of stuff. You will still have the XML which having the data. So for reading the data from the XML, because already you have data written as part of XML, you need to read the data which is written in XML in terms of Java. And Java, you cannot store the things in a Java, but you can store the things as part of the collection. Okay, so collection, you know, in a very proper way. So this such kind of things you need to be expert enough. Okay, so collection or object oriented exception handling is also very important. Multi-threading, yeah, I can say like multi-threading not that much required. You may not use it in a regular basis or day-to-day basis, but nowadays everybody is simply saying you should know the exception. This one, multi-threading in very better way. Multi-threading is basically majorly used for the transaction kind of applications, like where you was having multiple dependencies, like you may heard about the joint, you may heard about the wait conditions, all those things. So I cannot say ki you can be very good enough in terms of the multi-threading, but at least collection, OOFs, and exception handling should be the major one. And Java 8 features, but still you see after 2 years, Java 8 features will also be stopped by the Oracle, and you may be moved to the Java 11 as well. Okay. Okay. String handling, yeah, that is also very important. String handling means how exactly you are adding the values, how exactly you are having the value. It means you are reading some file, you having the file data in terms of buffer reader. Okay, you are dealing with string handling. uh I can say it's useful, it's worthful. You need to use it, but it's not that much majorly used like a collection, like a oops concept, like a exception handling. So I'm talking about such kind of topic which is very majorly using, and without them you cannot simply proceed further as part of your project. Okay. Architecture natural, yeah. So we can say like once your bytecode has been generated, that can be executed or as part of your any of the architecture. So we can say architecture neutral. It's a 32-bit or 64-bit, there's not problem. Okay. Interpreted AI, I told you we have the just-in-time compiler, which is also known as the JIT compiler. So you may have gone through the JVM architecture where they are talking about the JIT compiler. So whatever the instruction has been executed once, you don't want to execute them again and again and again. So that is going to be taken care. Like in terms of for loop, suppose you have executed the for loop for the once, and you know, for the next 99 step also you need to execute the same kind of instruction. So we are having the JIT in compiler where our for loop kind of execution is will be transferred to the JIT compiler. So where the same kind of execution need to be done, the JIT compiler will come into the picture. So JIT compiler there we even having the interpreter as well, which are going to help us out to achieve such kind of mechanism. Okay. Multi-threaded, yeah. High performance, we having the high performance because we having the bytecode, we don't having the native code. We are trying to achieve the as much as high level code is there, so that's why we having the high performance. Okay. Multi-threaded environment, I already told you, like we can add the program at types of Java. We can see, I'm saying suppose I having one C drive. As part of C drive we having the multiple folders. If we will have single thread, that may take 8 hours of time to read the entire C drive. But if I will start 100 threads in a one go, definitely instead of spending 8 hours, you can complete within 8 minutes. So threading is nothing but the execution, multiple execution of the task by a different kind of threads. So it can be achieved like a multiple execution in a single go. Okay. Distributed, yeah. So guys, I even not explained you, but yeah, I'm going to explain you right now about the distributed. So what do you mean by distributed? Suppose you having the Facebook as part of your mobile, and you having Facebook as part of your internet as well, right? But you having the application which having the Facebook. So what is happening exactly every time? Simply when we are trying to access the Facebook now, you no need to enter username, password, and some default data will be there, some default cache will be there, default things will be there, session is always there. So some of the data is always available as part of mobile, and some of the data is going to be updated once you will get the network connectivity. Notifications are coming on, some data is being loaded, and some events are getting updated. So all those things. So in this way, data is not available in one place. This is available in different kind of places. So that is comes under the distributed computing. Okay. Even Git is also developed in terms of distributed. So Java is a distributed because It facilitates user to create the distributed application in Java. RMI, remote method invocation, AJB, enterprise Java beans are used for the creating distributed application. The features of Java make us able to access the files by calling of the method anywhere from any machine on the internet. Yeah, so this is one kind of advantage. Like you are calling from anywhere, but your code is written somewhere. So once you are calling, suppose I'm calling some function from my local system, it is going to execute it somewhere from internet. So that's why we having some reference here, we having some reference there. Reference nothing but the calling, or we can say the code. It's available in different places, but still we are able to achieve the distributed system. But the example of Facebook I have given one of the best way to understand. It's a dynamic language. Okay, so we having some different kind of loaders. Class loaders are there. You may aware about those particular loaders, right? So those loaders are helping us to what to say. I will tell you about the loaders. This is also very important interview question. How many kind of loaders are there as part of the Java? So I hope so. There are three kind of loaders. Bootloader or class loader. I really don't remember right now. Even with you guys also, I'm brushing up my core Java skills. So we will go through the loaders. Loaders are important, and three kind of loaders you must know. Okay. So based on that only, you are going to have the idea about the loaders. So yeah, guys, I hope so till this point of time, everybody is clear here, right? Guys, are you able to understand what I'm trying to say here? Anybody having any doubt here as of now? Ria, Sanjay, Santosh, Naina, fine? Okay. Okay, so let's proceed further. Okay, so okay, so first of all, you need to know the what did the JVM. Okay, application extended bootstrap. Yeah, right. Application class loader is there, and we have extension class loader and bootstrap class loaders. Yeah, those are the type of the class loaders we having as part of our Java. Okay, yeah, we need to remember extension class loader. That this bootstrap class loader and application class loader. Right. Okay. So what do you understand by the Java virtual machine? So JVM is known as the Java virtual machine. JVM is platform dependent. Okay. And JVM is only helping us to run the Java program. Okay. So you are running the Java code. Once the Java code has been executed, then only you are going to get the bytecode. Means I'm talking about the compilation. Then you are getting the bytecode. That bytecode is going to help you out to achieve the machine independency, and that bytecode may be the close to the native programming language, because you cannot understand the bytecode really. You cannot read the bytecode. That can be read by the Java only, but it's a more secured enough because it's not having any machine dependency directly. Okay. So this first four questions has been completed. Fifth question. So also you find out such kind of question as part of the Durga sir. Like couple of times they explained what do you mean by JDK, what do you mean by GRE, what do you mean by JVM. Guys, one more thing I would like to clear here. Actually, today we are going to have the session only for 40 minutes. Okay. We will connect on Friday because Friday is 2nd of October. We having the holiday. So we can push ourselves and we will try to cover as much as possible, and whatever I'm explaining, definitely I will try to have the answer from you guys as well. So just be ready, you know. But today also I having some other work, and I just given the commitment like I will connect on Tuesday and Wednesday and Friday. So that's why just I'm connecting today, and I'm trying to give my best whatever is possible from my side. Huh? So no problem at all. JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So first of all, you know JVM is a platform dependent. Okay, GRE is just the one kind of you can say software which can only execute the program. Runtime environment is going to provide, but it's not going to help you out to develop the things. Okay, so you have gone and read it, but it's the one of the best way to read the things. JDK Java Development Kit, means it's including the GRE, it's including the JDK, it's including the JVM. So JDK including everything. Okay, if I'm talking about the GRE, GRE is simply the runtime environment which is the implementation of JVM only. Okay, but it is not going to help you out to debug the code, to edit the code. Okay, and the JVM is the one of the basic thing. Like based on the JVM only, you are achieving the abstraction. You are trying to achieve you are trying to achieve the platform independence. It's a virtual machine kind of stuff, because it's not available physically. It's a virtual only. Okay, so you are trying to achieve it. So JVM is the acronym for the Java Virtual Machine. It is an abstract machine which provides a runtime environment in which Java bytecode can be executed. It is the specification which specified the working of the Java virtual machine. Its implementation has provided by the Oracle and other companies, and even the implementation known as the GRE. Okay, so guys, one more thing is here, like the Java is released by the multiple company, not only from Oracle. You are thinking ki maybe the Java is being only developed by the Sun Microsystem or maybe by Oracle, but no, Java is a API application programming interface which having different kind of what to say classes interfaces. So just I would like to show you here. Okay, I'm saying JSE8 API. If I'm writing here this one, what is happening? First of all, option is coming. So this is information is getting loaded. So if you see, it's having the packages. If I'm saying one of the most favorite package of everyone is java.lang, which is the default package which having the interfaces, which having the classes, which having the abstract classes, enums, exceptions, errors. Okay, all those things are there. So all those things, annotation types, this all those things are just a specification. Those specifications are being used for developing the JDK or JRE. So that has been developed by the IBM as well. We having the Red Hat also, which having their JDK. We have Open JDK also. So such kind of companies are there which are available as part of your software development in kit JDK or maybe GRE. So even you may thinking ki, yeah, Java is going to be paid, then how exactly I will use the Java? So guys, every problem having the solution. So here you having the Open JDK, which is parallelly updatable like a Java. Like if JDK 14 is launching from the Oracle, the same JDK 14 is being launches by the Open JDK. So we can go for Open JDK. We can have the, but see, each and every time whenever you are switching your software, na, definitely the things are going to be changed, right? Things are going to be changed. Like some internal implementation is going to be changed. So you need to sync it. Like if I'm saying you was using the Tomcat 8 and Tomcat 9, so possibly you are dealing with small applications. That's why you are not able to see the major changes. But whenever we are updating any software, we are changing anything like from the paid database server to the open source database servers, definitely lots of migration issue is going to become. Software may not behave like as it is. So those things need to be taken care. So those things are going to be taken care in the future, and you may able to use the Java 14. So I can strongly recommend you guys just go through the Java 8, learn the Java 8 as much as possible. Stream API, Java Lambda functions are very important enough. If you want, we can have a classes for that and we can work on that. So guys, I hope so we can connect tomorrow, है ना? Sorry, day after tomorrow. If there will be any possibility to connect tomorrow, definitely I am going to contact you back, and we are going to connect. I will ping you about it. है ना? So meanwhile, just go through it. I'm going to ask the question, and we have completed the first 5 question, and I'm expecting to complete next 5 question, and I would like to have the answer one of the best way from you guys. Okay. So thanks a lot for connecting today. I'm going to share this recorded session over the YouTube. So in this way, if anybody have left out, they can simply go through it and they can revise it all. Even you can look into it again and again, and you can have the better terminology to explain me or give me the answer. So from tomorrow onwards, I'm trying to have the answer from you guys. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. We will connect tomorrow, possibly day after tomorrow, but day after tomorrow, definitely we're going to connect more than 1 hour. Okay, because there is a holiday for me. So we will try to brush up our skills. We will try to have a more interactive session. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. Huh?